So you would run into soft check related errors, the bulk connection related errors, because the wells are not being connected. Right now, I just draw a blanket so that we don't run into any bulk related errors. You can draw it. I'm just drawing it over here because you can blanket it is what I'm trying to convey here. Okay, so this is your Rx, this is your poly, this is your M1. There you go. So you're complete, and these are your M3s. So we have done your complete current mirror connection here, and we have even compressed this whole area. So now let's move on to connecting this differential pair. Okay, so the easy way, the quick and easy way, let me just show you. Okay, turn on M3, Rx, and if you let me just turn off these devices. Okay, this is also off. Okay, there you go. M1. Let me turn on only the vias here. Okay, if you see here, let me just directly copy these guys. Okay, I just take this. I don't need M4 over here, so I'm just excluding. How do you exclude the vias which you don't want, right? Right now it is selected. Let me press Q here. If I press Q, right, it is going to show me the kind of vias which it has selected. I need only the groups, but it has also selected the M3 and M4 vias which I've used for the supply connection, which I don't want. What I would do is I will just go here, select only the vias which I don't want, and I'll say deselect in Canvas. So it has deselected. Just click OK. And now you see that the deselection has happened. Let me just copy this and get it down straight. The reason why I arrange these devices straight is for this. Okay. So copy this guy and get it straight. Same thing, copy this guy and get it straight. Here. We can delete this, we don't need these two. So now you see that making a group here at the very first place has helped me make so many connections align in a straight line in one shot. Okay, so now we are going to make the connections later. So now here, let me take this, the dummies. Okay, here I'm connecting the dummies now. Okay, let's copy the groups, align it exactly here. That's the reason I had done this measurement on top. So this is shorted. Take this guy, copy it, flip it vertically, and then connect it here. Okay. Now when you say all visible here, you see that these are connected. So as of now, what I would do is let me just stretch this side a bit. Once I complete the connections, okay, I'll keep it as close as possible. You can have it neck to neck. But as of now, because I need to do the gate connections and all the other connections, right? So before I select, keep in mind I had turned this off. Select it. Move these guys. How much you have to move? Just keep it 0.11, okay, 0.12, something, something critical. You don't want to have them too far. You don't want them to be too close. Just keep it that way. Okay. Now let me just take this guy, this bunch of devices. We have already done matching there. So try to keep it the same distance what you had on the top side. It's 0.12 here. Okay. Shift key. So now that I have added the dummies, I have done these connections. Now let me make a connection of how to connect these gates. Before I do that, obviously, there are so many layers, so many metals to be taken care about. So I will have to show you how to do this. Okay. If you observe this guy, let me just select this net. It shows a crisscross connection here between this and this. Right? How do I do the gate connection? Simple as that. I will take this guy and I will edit this so that I make proper connections. I've just copied this whole bunch which I did. Select, delete this. Okay. Select this guy, convert it into one, a tiny one, move it over here. I just select. See here, if you observe, a layout engineer needs to know how to reuse the work, whatever he or she has done. I don't need this guy as of now. Say all visible. Okay, I don't need it as of now. Or let me just leave this guy here. Okay, enter. So now I have got this step. I'm coming out of the group. Take this, connect it over here. So now I have ensured that I'm keeping this at minimum spacing and I've taken care of these things. Same thing here. I will do it for all the four sides. Copy, flip it, connect it here. Same thing. I will do it here. Okay, I'm going to copy these two and place them here. So now, if you see, I have to connect these two here and I have to connect these two over here. And there is a lot of gap here as well. So let me just first make a connection with these things and then I will show the other. Okay, I have to make some adjustments in this as well. So let me just turn on only M1. So what I would do is, let me just draw a path here. I will take a 90-degree turn. Here, you see this? It is causing DRC. It is showing me that it is going to hit me with DRCs. So what I would do is, I just first draw this thing and then we will, let me just draw this here. See this, I've drawn this zigzag. Now we know that I am going to get hit by these DRCs at this edge and this edge. What I'm going to do is I will make some alterations, okay? Select this guy, slightly adjust this. Now you may say that even then it's not helped me. So what I would do is, the contact poly, I have an option of moving this guy, sliding this contact connection and this whole path slightly. So just get into this, slightly slide this. As long as I don't get into any minimum spacing error. See, the moment I enter this region, it is going to hit me. I'll just keep this slightly aside. See the contact. Now, the thing here is this minimum enclosure is also getting taken care over here and the minimum area also. Let's see if this minimum area, yes, the minimum area has to be taken care. You know, when I'm chopping this off, you see this, the minimum area of metal 1 is violating. Right? So I might have to stretch this slightly until the minimum area error vanishes. Okay. Here you wouldn't get that because there is a lengthy metal 2 already connected here. Same thing I am going to do this side. Take this out, take this, stretch this slightly further apart. You might have to measure this exactly and do it, but then here I'm just going with approximation. Minimum area, going to stretch it as long as it vanishes. Hit enter. Come out of the group. So now I have done the connection for this. Now you may ask me, how am I going to do the connection for these two? Easy way to do that is, I'm going to select this guy, this S-shaped connection, convert this into M2. Query, select this, convert it into M2. That's the reason I had left that M2 staple there. M2, turn this M2 on. Now I have to connect this and this, so I will flip this guy. Flip it vertically. I will align it exactly with respect to this. Right? So now when I'm doing this, you see here again, this DRC is going to hit me here. Same thing what I did with metal 1, I'm going to do with metal 2. So get back into the group. Go here. Stretch this slightly. a little bit via 1, via 2. If you observe here, there is no via 1. So I need to ensure that I add via 1 as well. So I'll go to auto via and add a via 1 here. Same thing, it's here as well. Go inside this, add a auto via from metal 1 to metal 2. Over here, same thing, all the 4 cases, right? Where is via 1? Oh, probably I deleted that. My bad. Save, amount, same thing. Here, I will have to stretch this guy slightly. Sorry, M1. Here, turn on M1. This is done. Same thing over here. This guy is connecting anyways, so I'll go inside this group and connect it. So now you can pull out this connections either from this side or from this side when you're adding the pins for M1 and M2. Let me just demonstrate it here. I would prefer to pull out the connections on M2. Let me just turn on M2 and turn it here. Okay. To the edge. Now the choice is yours. You can place it here or here. Copy it and align it with respect to this. And stretch it further. One and enter. Now if you observe here, this is very far. Okay. So I have room to stretch this inside. How much can I tuck it in? Let me just keep it 0.1. Ideally it is 0.8 or 0.1 between poly to poly. So I'll just turn on. Keep in mind when you're stretching these things, right, it is very important you turn on all the layers and ensure everything is selectable. Okay. What I would do is select all of this here and stretch it in here until I am as close as possible. Okay, I can go further, but I'm just leaving it at this. Okay. So this is what it is. So if you observe, I selected this guard ring as well. Reason being because I will be creating a perfect shape over here. Okay. So now I have done the gate connections. Okay. So now let me adjust this guy here. Okay. So I will use the same guy here. Okay. The same connection. The reason why I made a group for this is mainly for this purpose itself. So that I can reuse this particular connection. Flip it, make a connection here, and tap it. This is pretty close, that is okay. So you can very well leave it as it, leave it like that, or you can have it this way. Okay. Let me just select all of these layers here and try to align it with respect to the PR boundary. Okay. And let me just select this and try to adjust this. See if you can align it in the middle. Okay. Now I have done these connections. So all these connections are kind of done. We need to do the intermediate routing here. Right. Let me just show you. Let me just turn on M3 here. Okay. And diffusion. Yeah. Okay. Now you see here. Okay. So I will be pulling out M4 is connected. Let me turn on M4 as well. So M4 and M3 is connected. What I need to connect here is this net Y needs to connect over here, and I need to pull out the output. So let me pull out the output connections here. I'm just giving a room for output to be pulled out. There's out over here and out over here. I will be having an output wider, but less than VDD and a little wider than this normal signal net. So this is 1.4. I would better keep it 1.2. Okay, a little wider. We will adjust these things. Okay, as of now, I'm just keeping it over here. And let me call it as out. Now, here if you observe, There is net Y, net Y, and net Y. Let me take this guy here, and I will connect this net A, which is supposed to be connected to this gate here. There is a net Y, net Y, net Y. Let me turn on here and just turn this on. Okay, so I've done this connection. You can make it with M2 and M1 as well, just making this particular diode connection stronger. You can have this M1 also turned on, make it with M1. We need a stronger connection, so we can take this guy and convert it into M2 as well. M2 drawing. Here we have made a very strong connection for net A with respect to this. Okay, so we've got this M3 lines. Now, if you see here, right, these M3 lines are running vertical here. Okay, so let me just try to pull out the drawings here. Okay, copy. Net Y. It goes down in here. Same thing, copy net Y, come down. There is another net Y vertical in the middle. So net Y goes here. So these three net Ys are dropping down straight over here. And you have to connect another two more net Ys over here. Okay, so I will just take this, copy it, drop it down, and drop this. Yeah, so you have got all of these nets are net Ys. See how neat and clean it is dropping top to bottom. Okay, these net Ys and all of this.